Alright, guys, the Champions League is back. It's back, ladies and gentlemen. And we got to talk about what happened because my goodness, I did not expect this. We're gonna talk about, of course, the Bayern Munich game where Bayern Munich beat Dinamo Zagreb 9-2. 9-2. Absolutely mental scoreline. There's a lot of things we need to talk about, and we're gonna get into all of that. So if you're interested, be sure to hit that like button down below. And if you guys are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. And yeah, let's begin. So, since there's a lot of positives to take away from this, I'm just gonna go ahead with the one negative that I saw from this game. Our defense is a problem. Like, really a problem. Is it after, when we were cruising, going 3-0 at halftime, you thought like, okay, this is really good. Let's just continue building on that momentum. Unfortunately, we had to sub Neuer off because of a precautionary measure after he took a pretty hard hit in the first half, and we subbed on Ulreich. 1 minute into the second half, we concede, and it was a combination. The first goal was completely on Ulreich for conceding. It was a good worked out play by Zagreb for there, but the shot that the Zagreb player took, Neuer definitely would have saved that. And it was really not a difficult save to make. He ended up having way too late of a reaction. And yeah, Zagreb scores, makes it 3-1. And then 2 minutes later after that, Upamecano, I don't know what he was doing, pressing so high up on the pitch. It looked like he was almost in the striker position. Zagreb catches us out on the counter, and then they make it 3-2. And we add all that unnecessary stress for nothing pretty much. So our defense is still definitely a problem, and it is something we really need to work on. However, let me now go talk about the game and really go about how we've gone out about things. First of all, about the lineup, I was very surprised to see Kompany playing Guerrero at right back and Davies at left back, and then still having Kimmich and Pavlovic as the midfield pivot. I thought this was going to be the game where we'd now start to see Palhinha getting consistently started. But no, Kompany's decided to stick with Kimmich and Pavlovic for now as the midfield pivot. Which, I mean, it is Dinamo Zagreb. It's not like one of the toughest opponents that you could play. So I guess I can kind of understand at that regard why he benched Palhinha. Anyway, so the game starts off. We almost score in the first minute. We're already cooking. We're already cooking into the game. I was like, okay, I really like what I'm seeing from this Bayern Munich team. And then Jamal Musiala in the 9th minute scores a great goal that was ruled out for offside. I was like, man, that early goal really would have helped us to open up that Zagreb defense, because for a little while they were really trying to park the bus against us, which I don't blame them, because they parked the bus and still got destroyed. So like, if they didn't park the bus, it probably could have even been a lot worse. So anyway, then Gnabry gets on the score sheet. But again, the goal was offside. But then we also check back the replay that before the offside goal, there was already a bad tackle on Pavlovic in the penalty area. We were given a penalty. And then, of course, Harry Kane with penalties. He's never gonna miss those. He puts it into the back of the net. We lead 1-0 after a very confusing start to the game where we're dominating, but we keep getting unlucky with offsides. And that was also, of course, the goal Kane scored that made him tied with Wayne Rooney as the Englishman with the most Champions League goals, which was pretty special. And it was his 50th goal in his 50th game for Bayern Munich. Then, in the next goal that we scored to make it 2-0, it was an absolutely brilliant play by Kimmich, I believe, to cross it into the box. And Musiala chests it into Guerrero. And Guerrero, first touch, absolutely shoots a rocket from the halfway line box. And we make it 2-0. I was like, oh my god, that was absolutely beautiful. And then, very quickly, with a header, Olise, on his Champions League debut, gets his first Champions League goal to make it 3-0 to us. And we were like, we're cruising. This is absolutely great. 2 offside goals, 3 goals, we were leading 3-0. We really did not concede a single chance to Zagreb. Zagreb, throughout that entire first half, had 1 shot the entire game and 0 on target. Like, that's how much we were dominating. 1.84 xG to 0.05 for them. 10 shots for us, 5 on target. 3 big chances and 3 goals. So, yeah. Absolutely great. Absolutely fantastic. Then, of course, I already mentioned, we subbed on Ulreich. We conceded 2 very quick goals in a row. I was trying to find the right word to say it. And then, of course, Zagreb were also very close to getting the equalizer to make it 3-3. But then, after that, we absolutely took off after that missed chance from Zagreb. Kane scored another goal, which was a penalty. Kane scored another penalty. And then we had another goal that was ruled out for offside by Kane, which would have been making it 5-2, so it was 4-2 at this point. Then Olise scores another goal to get his brace. And then, of course, now Harry Kane was also, of course, the Englishman with the most Champions League goals in history. And then we got Leroy Sané, Thomas Muller, and Eric Dyer onto the pitch. And then we got another penalty, which Kane scored. Kane getting a hat-trick of penalties and scoring. And then we got another penalty, which Kane also scored. By the way, that one was the one with the hat-trick of penalties. And then Goretzka came on for Guerrero. We scored again by with Leroy Sané coming back for us. His first goal back in his first minutes with us, absolutely great. We make it 8-2. PTSD for Barcelona fans. But then we thought 8-2 wasn't enough for those lot. And we ended up making it 9-2 with a Leon Goretzka header to seal, to pretty much put the nail in the coffin for this match, and the game ended 9-2. Absolute demolition. Absolutely amazing. Harry Kane, amazing. Musiala, amazing. Olise, amazing. Guerrero, amazing. Kim, very good in the defense despite the 2 goals conceded. Davies actually played alright this game, I can't lie. Kimmich was brilliant. Pavlovic was brilliant. And any other. Gnabry was brilliant. You're like... Sane, for the few minutes he came on, was brilliant. He created so many dribbles in those last 10 to 15 minutes. Like, we just tore Zagreb to shreds, basically. It almost looked like we were watching a training match rather than an actual competitive match. And I believe we also got the Dinamo Zagreb coach sacked after this game as well, which, I mean, is absolutely crazy. I believe Zagreb had a 21 game unbeaten run until this game as well, after the derby loss to Hajduk Split. And yeah, absolutely mind-boggling, absolutely crazy. Like, no matter how weak the opposition is, scoring 9 goals in a competitive game is always crazy. And as you can tell by the stats here, Dinamo Zagreb only had 0.57 XG against us, 4 shots, 3 on target for them, 2 big chances for Zagreb, and they scored those 2 goals from those 2 big chances. They had 79% accuracy, they had 30% possession, no corners at all, 6 fouls committed. For us, we had 70% possession, 6.27 XG in one match. I believe we got almost as much XG in this game as much as we did in the entire UCL group stage that we had last season, which is absolutely crazy and mind-boggling. We had 29 shots that game, 19 on target, 8 big chances created, 1 missed from us, 92% passing accuracy, and 12 corners. Like, as I mentioned, it was absolute domination. The largest scoreline win in Champions League history as well, I believe. The biggest win by a Champions League debut coach in his first ever Champions League game. Biggest win for Bayern in their UCL history. Like, so many records. And we in our last 21 Champions League opening games, we have an aggregate scoreline of 60-7, which is absolutely mental, as I said. Absolutely amazing, absolutely brilliant. Musiala got I think he broke the record for most dribbles in a Champions League game against Dinamo Zagreb since Neymar against Celtic in 2016, which is absolutely mental, as I mentioned. Absolutely fantastic. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I have nothing else to really say. Absolute demolition from Bayern. We got the game against Werder Bremen tomorrow in the Bundesliga, and then we have a 1 week break until our game against Bayer Leverkusen. So I'll also be reacting to that match when it happens. But yeah, amazing, absolutely amazing. That's pretty much all I got to say. I hope you guys enjoyed my match reaction and reaction to this video, creating this video, and if you did, be sure to hit that like button down below. And if you're new to my channel, go and hit that subscribe button. And yeah, also wanted to mention, with that 9-2 win, we also topped the new UCL League phase after the first match day with a +7 goal differential. Second place behind us is Celtic with a +4 goal differential, and I think Bayer Leverkusen is also close by. But yeah, absolutely amazing, absolutely brilliant. I really hope we can keep this up, because this is the kind of game where now we can really kick on and start beating some of the stronger opposition as well. A huge confidence booster. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace out, guys.